Okay, hello everyone. Okay, this one's a VT graph. Okay, VT graph displacement. They asked about displacement for the car in 14. So we know this one sure is a opposite direction. So you find this part, area under the graph. Then you find already, then you minus this part, area under the graph. So I get it, the answer is this whole thing. From the A until donkey, I get it, the area is a 90. Okay, this part is a 10. So we just take 90 minus 10. So I get 80 meter. Okay, so if you really do know, then you stop me. Then you say which one question you need to extra for the explanations. Okay, question 2, VT graph. Okay, remember this part? Below. Below means opposite. Okay, below is the opposite. Okay, so from here, okay, VT graph again. Okay, now we're going to check. They want to calculate the displacement and distance. So displacement, that means minus this part lah. Distance we just plus together. Okay, for this one, I get it is a 0 until this one is 14 seconds. Above the graph, I get it 100. Area under the graph is 100 meter. Okay, bottom part I get is a 10 meter. So if you say distance travel, 110. Okay, displacement minus, so 90. So the answer is also 90. Sorry, one more thing, forget already. Okay, this one, displacement graph, is it? So this one already is slow down. Okay, then this one is, yeah, correct. Sorry, terbalik. So this one distance, 190. Okay, so the answer should be A. Okay, number 3 is a displacement time graph. Okay, we see, be careful. This one is a displacement time graph. So which one is total displacement? Because displacement and displacement, so no need to do any calculation. It's straightforward to read from the diagram. So they ask you what is the total displacement. Displacement got direction, so that means you from 0 you move until 50. So this part means what? This part is patah balik. You come back opposite direction. So you go back to the original location. So final, your displacement only is 0. Okay, 4. Okay, the quantity can be determined by the path PQR. PQR means overall. PR shortcut. So that means PQR sure is a distance. Okay, distance must together with the speed. Displacement together with the velocity. So the answer is A. To the question number 6. Okay, now VT graph. Okay, for the car moving in straight line. Okay, what is the type of motion? Okay, car QR. QR is a constant velocity. So constant velocity, A is correct lah. Either you write 0 acceleration. Okay, we don't have any 0 acceleration, so the answer is A. Again, VT graph. Okay, rate of change of velocity. Rate of change of velocity actually is a acceleration of the object in 6 seconds. So that means they want to find gradient. Gradient equal acceleration. So we just find the point for the gradient. Okay, 6 minus 2. Then after that is 0 minus 6. Okay, so that means you get negative. So the final answer, I get it, negative 0.67. Okay, then we go to number 8. Number 8, VT graph. Okay, which one is represent this one VT graph? Okay, they want to convert become acceleration. So if I go to draw by myself, AT, so first one, velocity increase constant. So the acceleration should be flat. Okay, this one is a constant velocity. Constant velocity means no acceleration. So this one should be the graph. You need to get it. So we go to check. A out. Okay, A is out. Okay, B also out. Then we only got donkey. Okay, then number 9, VT graph. Okay, so they ask you what is the displacement traveled by the car in 6 seconds. Okay, so this one is below the graph. Below means opposite. Okay, this one is slowed down. So they want to find is the displacement. So we need to find area under the graph. So at the top one we find is 75. This one is a trapezium. Okay, at the bottom there's a triangle. So I get it 30. Okay, now the question they want to find displacement. So we just go to minus 75 minus 30. So I get 45. Okay, number 10. Displacement time. Okay, now what is the following statement is correct? Okay, the bar start from stationary. So is it the start from the 0? Start from 0, so we say it's from stationary start. Okay, so the bars accelerate uniform. Okay, we go to check. This one is a VT graph, ST graph. If I convert to VT, how to draw, then should be like this. If I convert to the AT graph, then should be constant acceleration. So from here, they say the bars accelerate uniform. Okay, correct. Uniform is correct. Okay, the bars move uniform velocity, wrong. Velocity is increasing, not uniform. Okay, so the answer is number 1 and number 2 correct. Okay, 11. VT graph. Opposite. Okay, slow down. Okay, now they want to convert become AT graph. So we go to plot first. Okay, before we see the answer, we go to plot by ourselves. Okay, first one, constant velocity means no acceleration. The first part is a 0. Okay, now velocity increase constant. So I got velocity. Okay, another part I find deceleration. Deceleration is a negative already. Okay, another part, opposite direction, but this one actually there's an acceleration because you from the 0 go to certain value. Maybe it's 2. 0 go to 2. Actually, the velocity increase. But the problem is opposite direction. So opposite direction, you find the gradient. When you do the calculation, you sure get -1. Okay, negative means we need to draw. Graph also must negative. So this part is another part. Okay, because you can see the line. If the line is straight down, that means flat together. But now it's no. You can see the bottom part. They down first. After that, bend a bit. Bend a bit. So that means the gradient is different. So this one gradient should be smaller a bit. Okay, smaller a bit. So flat. Then this one is the upper part flat. Lower part also flat. This one, last one also flat, but high a bit. So we go and check the answer from the ABCD. Okay, you see the first one. Okay, when starting flat. Okay, then up a bit, then down. This one go up already, so wrong. Okay, although there's an acceleration, but the problem they are opposite direction, so you cannot choose the A. Okay, A is wrong. A, this one meaning is acceleration in the same direction. Okay, so now I am acceleration, but in opposite direction. So I need to show another graph. Okay, this one correct, then this one correct. Okay, you can see this part. Okay, below the graph, in this one is the opposite. Then you see the level not the same. This one high a bit, mean this one gradient is less. Okay, this one gradient higher a bit. So that means B should be my answer lah. Okay, I go through C also. First part correct, second part also correct. Okay, number 3 wrong already. Okay, number 3 is a deceleration, you cannot say constant. Okay, number 4 is correct. Okay, then D, first one already is wrong. And this one is correct, wrong, and also wrong. So the best one is the boy. I think we continue with question 12. Okay, this one is a VT graph. Okay, which one motion is correct? Okay, they want the motion is correct. So from here, they say acceleration increase, constant rate PQ. P to Q. That means P to Q, if you for you how to explain, we just mentioned velocity increase. Okay, then you or just mention acceleration constant. Okay, this one is normally when you see the graph, then we're going to explain now. So you're going to check acceleration increase, so out already. Where got acceleration increase? Only velocity increase at the PQ. Okay, B, deceleration constant RS. Yeah, this part memang is a deceleration and also constant. Okay, we're going to check C some more. Velocity increase constant RS. Okay, RS where got increase? Drop already. So increase is wrong. Last one, velocity remains zero, QR. QR velocity not zero. Velocity is a constant. Only acceleration is zero. So donkey also wrong. So we left the answer only is boy. Okay, 13, they show the displacement time graph of the motion. Okay, we see the displacement graph. Okay, what is the average velocity? So we just find total displacement over total time. Okay, now we can find out they don't have any dropping. No dropping means the direction is the same. Okay, this one is the displacement. Now when it just drop means opposite already, but don't have. So we just, when starting 100, then continue to move until 140. So that means I know total displacement is a 140. Total time taken is a 20. So I get the answer is 7 and S. Okay, 13, VT graph. Okay, for the moving object. Okay, let's see which one is a constant acceleration. Constant acceleration AT graph should be like this. Okay, VT graph should be this one. So we only get P to Q. It's straight up. So the answer is A. Okay, structure is a car, the thrust of the car engine, constant PQR. Okay, go up PQR. Okay, ignore the friction. 4.2 show the graph V against the time. Okay, VT graph. Okay, this is the graph. Okay, what means by velocity? Velocity, you know lah. Don't put formula. Put the full name. Okay, rate of change of displacement. Okay, then after that, number 2, state the physical quantities. Physical quantity means mass lah, time lah, momentum lah, displacement. This one we call physical quantities. Represent by area under the graph. Okay, VT graph, area under the graph, suppose is a displacement. Okay, describe the motion PQ. Motion, you only can mention velocity. You only can mention acceleration. So PQ, if I want to mention velocity, there's a constant velocity. Okay, or you want to mention acceleration, there's a zero acceleration. Okay, so from here we go to what is the distance for PQ. So you need to find PQ only, area under the graph. Okay, we just take this one is a 4, 5, 6, 7. So 5 multiply with the 10. So I get it 550 meter. Okay, then calculate the deceleration QR. Q to R, you want to find deceleration, you find gradient. Okay, so from here the question said deceleration. And later your answer, you need to ignore the negative. So we're going to show the gradient, y2. x1 minus x2 is 5. Okay, this part is a 5. 5 minus 8. Okay, when do the calculation, you cannot automatically ignore the negative. Okay, so your calculation must be correct one. So I get negative, so I just put negative 1.67 Then the acceleration is a ms -2. Okay, but from here, I need to add one more. Deceleration is 1.67 ms -1, -2. Okay, you need to add one more sentence, deceleration, then you ignore the negative. From the calculation, you cannot suddenly disappear the negative. Huh? Okay, then we go to this one. Okay, 15. Okay, 11.1.1. This one is question 1.2. Okay, this one is a trolley move P to Q ST graph. Okay, P to Q. After that, from Q go to R. So that means they go from here, and Q will go to the R. Okay, the situation like this. So the graph they show lah. So when starting, they go P to Q, 8 meter. So this one is P to Q, 8 meter. Okay. Then after that, from the Q, they go to the R. Okay, they go to until R. Okay, so from here, we're going to answer the question. Complete the following sentence by underline the correct value. Okay, the trolley take how long? Move P to Q. How long? Time taken? P to Q, 8 meter.
5.
Okay, 5 seconds. Because we refer the graph, because from the diagram we cannot see. Okay, this one's 8 meter. So that means P to Q, I move 8 meter, I take 5 seconds only. Okay, now, what is the displacement for the trolley when it is at the R? Okay, at the R, they ask you what is the displacement. Okay, this one is a ST graph. So you don't need to do any calculation. We only read from the graph. Okay, 0 to 8. This one means you from the 0, you move 8 meter. Okay, after 8 meter, actually you are patah balik. This one is the opposite direction. You come back already. So until this part, actually your displacement is a 0. Okay, then you go back to the original position already. That means this part. P to Q, then you patah balik until P. So you extra to move 5 meter to the left hand side. So that means this part is your extra to move. So the extra to move, this one is the extra displacement. So the question, what is the displacement? So you straightforward to answer -5 meter. Okay, the negative means you opposite direction. Okay, calculate the velocity of the trolley when moving from P to Q. Okay, velocity means gradient. P to Q, that means the 8 meter. So you just find the gradient. Okay, 8 over 5. Okay, at the top is a 8. Then this one 0, 8 over 5. So I get it. There's a 1.6 ms -2. So that means your acceleration actually is a gradient of the graph. Okay, then we go 16. Okay, 16, we got 2 car A and car B. Car A is straight, 0 straight up. Okay, car B from the 0 go to 3 first. Okay, after that constant until the end. So this one is what we can see from the graph. Okay, 2 car A and also car B, both cars start from motion of the same point and at the same time. So name the quantity that can be determined by gradient of the graph. This one is a VT graph. If you find gradient, actually is what? There's a A. A is a acceleration. Okay, now you need to describe motion. Either V, either A. So we part by part to explain for the bus, for the car A. Car A is okay because they're only straight line. You can straightforward to explain. What happened for the car A? Car A only moving constant acceleration. Or you say velocity increase uniformly for the car A. So from here, the answer you can write uniform acceleration. Okay? Or you write velocity increase uniformly. Okay, this one is the explanation motion for the car A. Okay, car B, you need to separate two parts to explain. First 3 seconds, what happened? Velocity increased uniformly. Okay, after that 3 to the rest, the time after that after 3 seconds, what happened for the car B? The car B moving zero acceleration, or you write constant velocity. Okay, so this one you need to mention for the car B. Car A is okay, just overall it's the same. So we answer the car B. Okay, uniform acceleration for first 3 seconds. Okay, after that, uniform velocity after 3 seconds. So you one mention acceleration first, then velocity also can, or both you also explain acceleration also can. Uniform acceleration, another one is a zero acceleration. If you say the first one is a velocity increase uniformly, then the next one velocity constant. Okay, so this one is an explanation. If got different part, that means every part you also need to explain. So this one they never provide. You don't need to show the calculation. Or 24/3 acceleration is 8. That one actually is an extra lah. If the question give you more marks, so you need to mention. If the question give you 2 marks only, actually no need. Okay, only 2 marks, you just explain what happened for the motion. Suddenly, this one question got 4 marks. Then you need to say, for the car B, first 3 seconds, then move constant acceleration. How many? 8 ms negative 2. That one is an extra marks. Okay, if the question is more marks, so you need to get more info. Okay, now the continue. That's why this one question less mark. Why? Because of following, they ask you acceleration already. Okay, calculate the acceleration for the car A first 3 seconds. Okay, so that means question B only 2 marks law. Because of following, they want you ask you the acceleration. So from here, if question B, you answer acceleration already, so you can bring down the answer, you can bring down. Okay, although you calculate in the B, but C, you never write anything, they also assume you wrong answer because you answer in B, you never answer in C. So you must read, be careful the question. So we go to find the acceleration for the 3 seconds. Okay, A. This one only for the car A, car A only. Okay, car A. You see the car A. Car A is a one straight line. They ask you when the first 3 seconds. First 3 seconds, suppose it's here like that. But they never provide this one. They never provide the velocity for the car A when first 3 seconds. So how you go to find? How you go to find the acceleration for the car A in 3 seconds? If I go to find in 10 seconds, is it correct or not? 一样吗？如果我找10 seconds 的，我不要找3 seconds 的 answer is the same. 童真 is it same?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, because the gradient, because the straight line, you find any point, the gradient is the same one. Unless like this, no, like this cannot already. You cannot say, oh, the first point and the last point is the same. No. Okay, because the gradient keep changes. This one gradient is a constant. So the question never give you 3, what is the reading for velocity? So we just find the 10. Okay, we just using the 10 to find out the gradient. So I get it, that's a 24/10. So I get my answer is 2.4 ms negative 2. Okay, so the whole line, the gradient should be the same one. Okay, now displacement for the car B for first 10 seconds. Okay, car B, you can see the car B. Okay, first 10 seconds. Okay. Okay, until the end, they want to find what? Displacement. So area under the graph. Okay, the whole area under the graph, we find the displacement. So this one is a calculation. Displacement that equal half A plus B. A plus B pula. The height multiply the, this one is a trapezium. Wait, I'm going to see again. No, this one only try. Sorry. Ini baru betul. See, I do the wrong thing already. This one is a A. This one is a car B. Including this part. This one is a car B. Okay, car B, the whole thing. So the whole thing is a trapezium lah. Okay, car A is a triangle. Car B is a trapezium. Okay, so trapezium, the formula is A plus B. So 10 plus about the 7. Then multiply the height is a 24. So remember the formula for trapezium, A plus B. Then multiply the height. Okay, so the displacement, car B first 10 seconds, I find it that is a 204 meter. Okay, you check the answer. I don't know correct or not. Okay, 17 times 24 divided by 2. Okay, 204 meter. Okay, 17, they show the man is running 100-meter race with the acceleration provided 1.12. Reach to the final velocity 11.82. Okay, at the finishing line. So can you see the starting is here. So understood the starting sure 0 lor. Okay, starting point, you don't tell me you're running, after that continue to run. So they start from the 0, then until the end, there's a 11.82, then the acceleration is 1.12. So distance is 100 meter. Okay, so from here, we're going to check what they want first. Okay, what's the meaning for acceleration? So acceleration is the rate of change of velocity. Okay, this one is a formula. This one is the definitions. Okay, calculate the time taken by the man to be reached by the finishing line. So we show the info. S is 100. Okay, A is 1.12. Okay, final velocity is 11.82. And we know the initial must be 0. Because you start from the starting point. Okay, so that means the question is totally never mentioned about what? To calculate the time. They want you to calculate the time. Okay, no what? SUAV, we don't have the displacement got, we don't have what? We got so many info already. So which one info we can ignore? Suppose we ignore this one. Okay, because I know the start from the 0, so I put 0 lah. Suppose is correct lah, but I ignore, we see the calculations. Okay, normally you must have, you can see the formula. Every formula must have the U. So that means if I ignore the U, you cannot do any calculation already. Okay, so important the question, they want to know the time. So any equation you can apply. Okay, if I want to apply the first one, V equal U plus AT also can. Important got T. Okay, important the formula got T, then we can find already. Okay, if I using this one, 11.82, then the U is a 0 plus A 1.12, then the time taken we don't know. Okay, so we can find the answer. Okay, if I'm using the second one to do the calculation, okay, the second one, S 100 equal V plus U 11.82 divided by 2, then we see the time. Okay, we find out the answer, is it same or not same? 11.82 divided by 1.12. Okay, the first one I find it 10.55. Okay, second one divided by 2, 100 over, okay, 16.92. There's a different answer. Huh? Wait. We go to check. Okay, this one I get the answer is T equal 10.55. Okay, this one is my answer. Okay, if I'm using the second formula for 100 meter, okay, the answer is a different 11.82 divided by 2, then 100 over answer. Okay, I get that T is 16.92. Okay, the answer is a different already. Okay, a problem happened for this question. Okay, this question they provide too much info and also never provide the U. Okay, if the question never provide the U because they start from the starting, if I using there's a 0, then any calculation I can use. After that, I can get different of the time taken. Different problem from the question. So that means they cannot mention either one in 4 here. Okay, maybe the assertion they cannot mention. So that you assume they start from the 0, then you can do the calculation. Because all the things they're info already. So that means I told you the question gives too much info. We cannot do for this question. Okay, got problem for this question. So remember, either one ignore. Okay, if I ignore the assertion, that means you can do already. You can find the same answer. Okay, so important you know the concept. Okay, start from you see every formula we also need to do. You must provide one. Okay, after that, final they provide, and also the displacement also provide. So that means too much thing is together. So we cannot get one constant value. Okay, so important you know the formula which one we can use lah. So this one question memang got problem, so we cannot apply. Okay, we cannot apply for B. Okay, let's see the C. C is the one example for essay question, but this one only 6 marks. 6 marks, that means they ask the thing only less lah, 3 aspect only. If 10 marks, that means you can ask about the 5 aspect. Okay, so from here we're going to see what they want. What is the purpose? The man should be wear proper attire and also the shoe. Use additional equipment some more for him to run faster and also achieve maximum acceleration. So that means first one, you must say what they need to wear. How about the shirt? Not what they want to wear. Many students go to sport shirt, sport t-shirt. I know, memang is a sport. You need to explain that one the t-shirt is how. Okay? Don't give me the brand. I don't want the brand. Okay? So you say about the shoe, you say about the shirt, attire. Then after that, you need to add the additional equipment. How to make the athlete can be run faster. Okay, and also the accession is very high. So this one is the equipment you need to add during the running. Okay, so from here, the first one, we go and see the aspect. Okay, this time, sometimes they got many answers, like depend the situation, your answer accept or not accept. Attire, normally we mention something is related with the physics. So important, I want run faster. I want reduce resistance. Reduce resistance means your attire must be tight, 比较紧一点. Okay, if you wear the loose one, that means they got probability for the air to go in. The air to go in, that means there's a one of the friction to prevent you run faster. So from here, normally the attire, we say you need to wear the tight. Okay, the tight one, or you say there's a light, 轻一点的. Okay, wear the tight or light attire. Okay, you must write. Okay, this one example is a table form. Just suggest you must write in table form, because the table form is more easier for you to explain and also give the aspect 比较清楚一点。当我们改的时候，我们看到很清楚。第一个你要讲什么，第二个你要讲什么。 如果你写到一大堆的 essay 的话，如果他找不到那个 point， 那你就是 lost 了那个 marks 了。So better we write in table form. Easy for you and also easy for the markers. So when you write the table form, you don't just like, you don't just type. You must write in full sentence. 不要只是写很紧很松我们要讲整个 sentence. So you must say wear tight or light attire. So if you wear tight and light, you can less a resistant. Or you write friction. Okay, friction. Prevent the friction, reduce the friction. Okay, this one is a normally pair lah. When you're talking about air resistant, normally we say about the type. The thing is smaller. Don't let the air to come to prevent you to move slowly. So that's a reduce the air resistance. Okay, number 2 is a shoe. Shoe normally for the athlete shoe, they must more stable. Okay, they must grip on the ground, 比较稳一点. So they're using so this one you got some different answer. Depend for your answer. Is it logic and also correct? They will accept. So I give you is a general answer lah. Use the spike shoe. Okay, first one you can say better grip. Or you say stable. Okay, or you say about prevent. Okay, slippery. 不要给你滑倒。你会很稳的站上去 because they got spike. Okay, so this one is normally the athlete that will wear the shoe. Okay, and another one is the addition equipment. This one addition equipment is normally at the running plate. 整个跑道不是你的身体。So the running equipment normally we add is this part. Okay, you start to run. You got one of the block to pushing behind. Your leg you put behind here. Then you say gagarisan, sedia, then you run, is it? Sedia means your leg is, foot is put here. You step at the block already. You step at the block, normally the block is a hard block lah. So after that, you can push behind. Your leg, when they push behind, that means you got one of the force to tolak you go in front. So normally they're using this one is better. If they never use, maybe your leg will move behind when you want to start to move. Okay, so this one's the one thing to help the athlete can be start faster. So we just add this one we call starting block. Starting block. Okay, so this all thing we need to do more. Because when you start to do, you sure do know. When you do more already, when the questions still come out again, maybe in another situation. Okay, so you also can be applied. First time you sure do know what we need to do. Okay, when you do more already, then you know on what situation you want to put what aspect. 不是每一次我们做我们一定会懂的，你做多了你就知道这个情况之下我要配合这个答案。They're just like one of the couple. Okay, when I say running like this, the situation like this, maybe they check another question. They also want to running, but raising. So you need to apply this all thing. Okay, so 我们不是每一次的图案是一样，可能它会换，但是 explanation 都会一样。So they use the starting block important. They want to increase forward force. Okay, one of the force to let you to go forward faster at starting. Okay, only starting. 因为它不会推你去后面，你会推那个 block， 你会走前。So this one is one of the equipment addition. Okay, so this one is a general answer lah. Okay, because this one is the first time you can see the essay question, you really do know what we need to apply. So when you do more already, then you know certain aspect, certain answer sure is a match one. Okay, now the athlete is for 100 meter, the sprint, the event. Move with constant acceleration in 5 seconds. Okay, and continue with the constant velocity for 6 seconds. So when starting is a constant velocity, then they want you to draw the VT graph. Okay, if constant acceleration actually is a velocity increase. Okay, so this one is a constant velocity lah. Now I want to plot is a VT graph. Okay, for the first 5 seconds, okay, velocity is increased. Okay, increase how many? I don't know. I just sketch only. Okay, like this, increase. Okay, after that, they say continue with constant velocity for another 6 seconds. Another 6 seconds means 11 already. Another 6 seconds. So that means it's constant. So your graph like this. Constant velocity. This one is a constant acceleration. Okay, now you see the both buses leave at the same time. Bus A, bus B. Okay, we see what's the difference. Bus A. Okay. Around after 1 hours. Okay, the velocity already achieved 110. Bus B need around 2 hours. Then they achieve 110 velocity. Then after that, both also same lah. After 1 hour more a bit, this one is 2 hours, then both move constant velocity. Okay, so this one is a diagram show the info. Okay, velocity, they put kilometer per hour. Time taken, hour. Okay, what's the meaning for velocity? Okay, same. Rate of change of displacement. Okay, now the next one is refer. Okay, you see 5 marks. 5 marks, that means inside sure of 5 things you need to list out. Okay, one by one, go to underline, go to tick. Okay, compare velocity of the bus A and B in first hours. So this one is the first thing you need to answer. Number 2, continue the gradient of the graph. Okay, number 2. Number 3, area under the graph. Okay, means already 3 marks. Okay, now relationship, velocity and acceleration, 4 marks. Last one, deduce the type of motion for the last 2 hours for the journey. What is the motion? 5 marks. So we got 5 things here. So you can write in point form. Can. We don't need to write in paragraph. You just one by one to write in point form. Okay, no problem. So we're going to see the first comparison for the velocity of the bus A and bus B. Okay, for the first hours. Okay, first hours means here lah. Okay, if for the bus A, this one is a reading. For the bus B, this one is a reading. Okay, you tell me which one velocity is a bigger? Okay.
A.
Okay, first hours. First hour A should be highest a bit, B lower. So we just answer, copy the question. If you don't know how to answer, we just copy a question. Don't give me the answer like this. Bus A bigger, bus B. Okay, I never say not accept. Sometimes the schema will change. 它不是每一年的 scheme answer 一样的。哦，我接受这个。如果有一年他很 straight， 他讲这样子我们不接受啊，这样你就错到完了。So better we write in the sentence. So you just copy the question. Velocity of bus A bigger than bus B. Then after that you continue in the first hour. Okay, this one is a what? Number 1. Okay, number 2, gradient of the graph. Okay, which one gradient is stronger? Only this part got gradient. Okay, 哪一个 gradient 会比较大? So we just example lah. Okay, 110 is it? This one is maybe this one is 1.3 lah. I give you. So this one coordinate is 1.3. 110. Okay, this one the coordinate is 2. 110. Okay, so you do the calculation. Bus A. Okay, bus A, I do the calculation. 110 over 1.3. Bus B. 110 over 2. I'm sure this one bigger lah, is it? Because they're over the small number. Okay, so we know the answer already. The gradient for the bus A larger than the bus B. So we just copy the question. Gradient of the graph for bus A is bigger than bus B. Okay, normally you can say greater, you can say larger. These two are normally bigger, larger. Don't say higher. Okay, we say bigger or larger. Okay, then we go number 3. Area under the graph. So you see which one area is bigger. Okay, part B area and part A area. Which one bigger? Area. Okay, you see this one part B. Okay, part B is start from this one until here. This one's a part B. You see part A got extra. Here got also. Part B not enough. Part A more area. So that means we can say the area under the graph. So area under the graph. The graph for bus A bigger than bus B. Okay, just a normal the sentence only. Okay, we just see the comparison, then we go to answer. Okay, 3 comparison finished. There is a relationship. Okay, number 4, relationship between velocity and acceleration. Okay, 当我的 velocity 大, so what you think about acceleration? Velocity and acceleration actually is a directly proportional one. When I say velocity increasing, sure your acceleration also increase. Okay, so from here I can write my answer when I'm using the concept. Okay, the bigger the velocity, normally we mention velocity first. We don't mention acceleration because acceleration is a later. So we mention the earlier first, manipulate variable first. The bigger the velocity, okay, the bigger, or you say the greater the acceleration. Okay, the sentence for the physics to answer only simple. You no need to write so complicated. Okay, and the last one is deduce the type of the motion for the last 2 hours. Okay, last 2 hours mean 3 to 5. Okay, 3 to 5, both bus also constant velocity. So we just write the answer. Both buses move in constant velocity. Okay, so this one is how to score 5 marks. They give you 5 marks, sure inside of 5 things you need to answer. Okay, we just find the keyword only. They never catch your grammar or the physics. Okay, example, bus A bigger than bus B. So this one is a keyword lah. They will take it. But you don't give me the sentence is totally wrong lah. Okay, the sentence, they never catch you la, and the la. They never catch this one. Past tense or present tense, I never catch this one. Important, the sentence, you got bring the meaning, then we understand. That's all. Okay, then we go to C. Based on the graph, explain motion for the car along the journey and what is the displacement travel. So this one is a displacement time graph. Okay, 4 marks. So you need to explain this one, what happened, 3 to 5, what happened, 5 to 8, what happened. So when you explain already 3 marks, then the last one, they want you to find out what is the displacement travel. Okay, so this one is a explanation how to get 4 marks. Okay, now we're going to see how to answer the first one. So the first one, you must say S, 0 to 3 seconds. Then you mention what happened. The car how? The car move constant velocity. Okay, you want to mention also can. Constant how many? 120 over 3, so you get 40. 40 ms negative 1. Okay, this one is the first mark. Okay, 0 to 3 seconds. Sorry, it's not second, hour. Okay, hour. Okay, the car move constant velocity km per hour. So wrong. Move 40 kilometers per hour. Okay, now with second part, center. Okay, the car rests from 3 to 5 hours. Okay, 3 to 5, they only rest. Okay, because this one is a VT graph. Okay, part 3. So the car move. Okay, also constant velocity. You tell me this part means what? Slow or opposite? Okay, anyone can tell me? So in part 5 to 8, what's the meaning? Slow or opposite? Okay, Chen Yu?
3 to 5.
5 to 8.
Oh, sorry.
What happened?
Opposite direction.
Yes, opposite. Because this one is a displacement time graph. When it just slope go down, sure opposite already. VT different. VT when it just up, the slope mean slow. Okay? Unless continue down, opposite. This one is a VT. This one is a ST. So when it just come down slope, already is the opposite. So we mentioned the car move constant velocity. Still constant velocity. Okay, but in opposite direction. Okay, so you want to mention how many, so you go to measure lah. Okay, 120 over 3. Okay, 120 over 3 also same. 40. Okay, 40 kilometer per hour. Okay, they also moving constant velocity but in opposite direction. Okay, so you need to mention during 5 to 8 hours. Okay, the part 3 is a 5 to 8 hours. So you only get 3 marks. The last one is they ask you what is the total displacement travel. So you can see starting from 0, finally also come back 0. So actually the total displacement also is a 0. So the last one, total displacement is 0. Okay, so this one is the answer. Okay, 4 marks. Okay, let's see the essay question. O bicycle. Okay, the O bicycle. Okay, you are required to modify. Okay, so the bicycle can be used for mountain bike. mountain bike some more. Challenge 2021. Explain the motivation, modification. Follow the system to help climbing. So I want climb. The bicycle you want to modify. Finally, they can help for climbing. Okay, next one, you want to material for the frame. Normally, they mention material. You don't go and write, I want steel lah, I want aluminium lah, I want copper lah, I want platinum lah. Don't mention the name. We only say strong. Or you say hard. Like this, enough already. Because we do know which one stronger ma. You say aluminium strong, I also can say steel also strong. What? Okay, we don't have one constant value. Okay, so we only mention strong or hard. That's all. Enough already. Okay, so tire. The tire you want to bigger, smaller. This one you need to mention. And others. Others mean not enough marks. You need to extra. So you can see 1 point actually is 2 marks. You give the point, you explain. So 2 marks. So this one also 2 marks. This one also 2. This one also 2. Macam tak cukup. You see, only 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. So you need to add one more aspect. Okay, normally we add one more. We add the others. The others you need to add for the bicycle, make it become mountain bike. Okay, so from here you see normally the answer, the general answer. Okay, system help to climbing. So normally the climbing sure is a slope lah, the slope area. So the slope area normally they want to put is a brake. The brake must be very strong. Okay, so from here they say having, first one they're having the gear first. A gear, that means you can control. You want slow, you want fast, you can control by the gear. So the reason for having the gear is easy to be cycle when climbing, when you want to climbing the slope area. Okay, so you can control. Okay, you got gear, that means you can control your speed. When you want to climbing, some part is very stiff, some is less. That means you still can control. Okay, number 2, frame. Surrounding the whole frame of the bicycle. Normally we mention strong lah. We're using the strong material. Strong material for the frame. Okay, so the reason is what? Not easy to break. Okay, when you see this word strong, I don't care bicycle or the next time they're doing for another thing, they want you to what material, then you say strong. The reason is always not easy to break. 只要你看到 strong material 是 aspect 的话 reason 肯定是 not easy to break. Or you say last longer, can be used for longer time. Strong material. Okay, so 这个就是我讲的 couple. So this one strong, normally how to match? We match this one, not easy to break. Okay, they're just like your moral. When somebody, they go to help the old people, then you must have the certain moral value you need to put. Same like this one. The aspect, when this one citation, I say strong, I say hard material, then your answer sure, not easy to break. Okay, so this one is some of the techniques let you to know how to answer this question. Not because your knowledge is too much. It's because you do more than you know the answer. Okay, so this one is essay just for the Form 5 level lah. They never go through until your Form 6 or your university level. That one you need to go more knowledge, more common sense. You need to read more. Okay, then the next one we say the tire. Okay, the tire from here, they want the tire. Okay, with grip. Okay, grip means 那个 brake, the tire got line, is it? They want the line got grip. So that means you find it when they just brake, they're more stable on the ground. Okay, they never slip, 不会滑. So this one is increase stability. Okay, the grip is for you more stable and never fall down. Okay, the other, so the other we need to put 2 points because you're not enough. So the rest you also can put, if they say strong material, you want to add light material also can, but the explanation cannot repeat. Normally we never repeat explanation. You didn't say, or everyone also safe. Some students ask me, having gear, can I say safe? Strong, can I say safe? Tire, I say safe, can or not? Like this, no marks law, everyone also safe one. I also know the answer. Okay, we must more specific related with the aspect you mentioned. Okay, so from here you see the others. Okay, I can say I add the brake dish. Okay, brake dish. So the brake dish can make the brake more efficient. So that means when you brake, there's a more stiff lah. That means they're easy to break it. They do not take some long time. They can immediately to stop it. So we call the brake is more efficient if you add the brake dish. Okay, another one you can say having the lamp lah. Normally they are having the lamp. Why? Having the lamp can give me more clear when you just move the dark area. So they say they're giving more light when night. Okay, some they add some more, having horn or you ring the ring bell. Okay, to as a warning sign. Okay, so this one got extra lah, some extra for you. So this one is an example for the question related with the bicycle. Okay, bicycle they want to modify, so you can bring this all thing go in. Okay, if the question, this one question okay already because they give you aspect. Some question is 1, 2, 3, 4 never give you. They just call you to modify. Then you need to modify like this. You create by yourself. The aspect you create by yourself, explanation also create by yourself. That one is also can, the question also can become like this. Okay, like this better lah because they call fix the aspect for you, then you know how to answer. Okay, if they never fix for you, that means too open already. Anything I also can mention. Not only for this one, I can mention the belt also. Okay, I also can mention the seat also can. Okay, so this one is the differences for the question. Normally, this one question will come up for the question last one. Question last one is what? 9, 10, 11. Question 11. That one is a compulsory question. Okay, they give you aspect, then you untong lah. If they never give you aspect, that means you need to create by yourself. At least you need to create 5 aspects. Baru you can get 10 marks. Okay, so this one is a essay question. Okay, chapter 2, the essay question is normally they ask you about the motion. Okay, motion, safety, what the material to make it become faster, more stable, like this only. Because chapter 2 is about the velocity motion object. Okay, so the question remind me, the question we need to discuss for the next lesson, that's the question 5. Okay, so everyone, good night and also bye. See you next week.
Thank you, teacher. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay, bye.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay, bye-bye. Good night.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay.